Everybody, and welcome back. I'm Cam Christo, and this is our United Kingdom campaign, going for Imperial Federation. Not sure if that's going to work out. We'll see in Black Ice, HOI4. We will stand against tyranny, if necessary for years, if necessary alone. It's a good quote. Okay, so at the end of the last episode, what were we doing? We were designing ships, I think. So we've designed ourselves some new destroyers. We've got our new anti-sub warfare and our new Leander class vessel. Now the Leander class is the upgrade version. This is the one that we can refit ships to. What we really need next is I think we need two types of cruiser. We need a ship of the line cruiser, which is to be actually in our main task forces. But then we also need a search cruiser. Because what I want to do, and I don't know if I've invented them yet. We have, okay, good. Is to get some catapult aircraft for that sweet, sweet surface detection. It's not that good, actually. Only 3? I was kind of expecting better, but we'll see. Yeah, we need some different cruisers. Looking at these, what are these tiny ones? What are you for? Can I decommission you? Ah, you are a mine layer. Interesting that they're mine laying with cruisers. Why not destroyers? Just to be a bit better defended from the air? They haven't got much anti-air on them, though. I'm not convinced we're going to do much mine laying. Well, the thing we'd want to mine, assuming they're going after Norway, I guess, would be like the Norwegian coast. And I mean, the thing is, they've got these new sea zones, right? Where there's the ones kind of really close to the sea, to the coasts. I think they're going to have such good air coverage that we won't be able to put ships in these regions, even mine layers. So maybe we get mine laying submarines to do that? Because if we put a mine laying submarine here, and if one of their... maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here, trying to think way too far ahead, but if they put a mine laying submarine here, sorry, we put a mine laying submarine here, their destroyers come out, and then we hit it with a fast task force. The problem is putting my task force right off the German coast here seems like it's asking for it to be hammered by dive bombers. Like the short-range dive bombers that they will have around here. But we'll see. We'll see. I think the next thing I should design is a cruiser ship of the line type vessel, which is just designed to actually fight in the, as part of the main battle fleet. I think those are where we're going to actually focus our technological invention. We can't even get an advanced one until 1940. The other thing we could consider is, if we're going down naval rearmament, yeah, we can get 100% research bonus for light cruisers, which is obviously nice. And we get another one for destroyers and another one for light naval guns. Yeah, but there's more things we need to invent. Because I'm pretty sure we have some naval guns that we haven't invented. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need this until the war actually starts, but these dual purpose ones, what does DD mean in terms of a... Oh, they're just battleship, right. Destroyer, of course. These are destroyer guns. We could probably do with some better destroyer guns. Yeah, it's tough for me to know what of this is important and what we should research. Getting some better magnetic detonators. Only useful for submarine torpedoes. Yeah. And whether we want heavy torpedoes or normal torpedoes, I don't know. What is the... I mean, obviously, heavy torpedoes are going to be more expensive and do more damage, but more specifically, what kind of difference are we talking about here? We're talking about 50% more damage, slightly less than 50% more damage. Well, sorry, yeah, I've learnt my lesson on this one. Use the big numbers because it's easier to do the maths. So 8 heavy torpedoes versus 8 normal ones. You get 30% more cost or so. Not much more torpedo attack, honestly. I mean, it is more, but it's not a lot more. I think I'd rather have the 21-inch torpedoes, honestly. These are really expensive, But the thing is, I guess heavy torpedoes, yeah, you can go even bigger. So this is the 24-inch. This is also 24-inch. Why is it ordered like this? 2 times 24-inch improved. What's the difference? Isn't that the same thing? 47, 8. What? Improved? 2 times 24-inch torpedo launcher improved. 2 times 24-inch torpedo launcher improved. Am I losing it? Why aren't they the same? Oh, okay. I guess it's based on what you mount them on. Like if you put a heavy torpedo launcher on a, you know, cruiser versus a destroyer. I don't know if you can put heavy heavy torpedoes on destroyers, but anyway, I'm overthinking it. We have some resistance to occupation down here. Yes, that's to be expected. Not a big deal. Shouldn't cause too many problems. There's basically no resources here anyway. What we could do, I mean, yeah, I shouldn't probably, but we could like release some of this stuff. I could just give it to Egypt. Because, I mean, are we getting anything here? We've got 1 Civ factory. But, I mean, well, what I should do is take a look at maybe we exercise some units. And maybe we change what we're doing here. So we're on civilian oversight right now. I could go to local autonomy. You'd get obviously more resistance, but we get more compliance gain. And I think I am going to go for that. Let's get that local autonomy going. Get some more compliance gain. Get people happier with our overlord ship. Seems good. And then in terms of our colonial garrison, we don't need hardness right now. We might need hardness when we're dealing with like really high resistance, and we'll think about that later. And one of the things I like about Black Ice is because it's more complicated, it encourages me to think more about this stuff. It encourages me to actually, you know, work out whether I want to design something with a little bit of hardness so that we can take less damage. Because if you're not familiar, what hardness does on garrisons is it just means you take less damage from resistance activities, basically. But yeah, and these are percentages, I believe. So I think this guy is the best right now, the small colonial garrison to use. I'm not certain what it's sorting this list by, or in fact if it's sorting it, but it does seem like they're the best. But presumably we could improve them. Yeah, we could add more garrisons. If this was full of garrisons, then the suppression use from this would... although... I don't know, actually. It might be different in Black Ice. Where have they gone? Why is the military police not in here? Go back. Do I have to remove it first? And then I can see the values when I want to put it back in? Yes. Okay, so it gives... It actually looks like it might just be a flat suppression increase from this, just plus 0.2. Okay, interesting. So actually, if we added more, that wouldn't actually help. But garrisons get 1.5 suppression for... You basically get, not quite, but you basically get 0.01 suppression per industrial capacity. Meanwhile, militia give you better than that. Actually, that might be the same. Let me work it out here. Let's try series, shall we? What's 0.55 divided by 37.85? 0.0145. Okay. What's 1.56 divided by 146.99? What? Commitment in the Fugitive Slave Act of 1950. That wasn't quite what I wanted. What's 1.56 divided by 146.99? Yeah, so that's 0.010. So we're actually getting almost, what did I say? 40% more suppression with militia than garrison for the same industrial capacity. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. So maybe we should actually replace it with militia. We'd need significantly more militia in the division to get the same suppression, but that doesn't actually matter, I don't think. So we may consider doing that. And then what are we getting here? What's the ratio here? We're getting 0.8 for 45. So that's better, I think. What's 0.8 divided by 45.18? 0.1, yeah, 0.0177. So that's that is better. Oh, let me reach my light. There we go. So I think actually what we want is our garrison division to be 1 militia and 1 military police department and nothing else. I think that is actually going to be the best. And then if we want to make it harder, obviously we can consider, like, do I want to throw some armored cars in, basically? And the armored cars would make it not that hard. And they require tank production, so yeah, we'll see. What else was I thinking? Yeah, obviously we don't have the experience for that, but maybe we should try and start getting some experience, which means, how do I get myself some more command power? Raise war support. Okay, so we should start trying to raise war support so I can get more command power, so I can do more military parades and war games and things like that. Election campaign doesn't help us on that, right? Yeah, it's just stability. Do I want to train the workforce again? It does give us war support. It does take a bunch of political power. Let's actually save up and consider adding some ministers. Can I get ticking war support? What do we need? Like, yeah, political advisor. I can get straight up 10%, but he's going to give communism support. Probably don't want to do that. Get John Beckett. I've heard that name. I know him. Yeah, these communist novelists. The thing is, I don't think I can afford that, really. Oh, here we go. Government-funded reporter. Excellent. Oh, but it cost us darn consumer good factories. What's it going up with by now? 0.2, because we're doing the preliminary war propaganda. We probably do want this guy, even though it's going to cost us on civilians. What are we looking at on civilians right now? 30%. 30%. Which is mostly, of course, from trade laws. Yeah, 35% from civilian economy. Honestly, I think 1% more is not too bad, and more ticking war support, I think, is good. Let me just see if we can get someone else. Anti-fascists. It's all kinds of stuff. Who's this guy? Postmaster General. Lower air accidents chance. He does cost consumer goods. Do they all cost consumer goods? Many of them seem to cost consumer goods. That's an interesting system. I like that. Infrastructure up. Decryption up. Ooh. Supply consumption down. Wow, he seems good. He seems really good. There's so many choices here. Weekly stability, weekly political power gain. You know you want to take political power gain once early. I know it. This is going to sound stupid. I'm not going to overthink it. Like, I don't mind if I get it wrong, really, is what I'm saying, I guess. But I would like to consider my options here. A fascist xenophobe. He gives you stability. Why would that give you stability? We're conservatives. Alright. Ooh, this actually lowers it. Open borders and immigration advocate. But low stability, but more production efficiency cap. More dockyard output. Interesting. Well, we should appoint a conservative just because we're trying to go for, you know, ruling party popularity and all that. Research speed 2%. Recruitable population factor down. It's obviously not great until the war actually starts. We're going to struggle to get enough people in the army till then. Production efficiency, growth, and retention 5%. That is hard to come by. Refitting cost down. Refitting speed up. Naval repair speed. Max equipment factory. He's seeming pretty good right now. Frederick Alexander McQuiston. McQuiston. He's looking pretty promising. Weekly stability. Max factories in a state down doesn't actually matter much, it seems, because I'm hitting factory limits, not max factory limits. This guy does not. Oh no, he does cost consumer goods. Trade and exports, more resource gain could be good. Secretary of State for the Colonies. He is a socialist though, so we get the social democracy support going up. Master impact minus 0.0. So I imagine that means minus 0.0 less than 5, a number lower than 5. So it's rounding down. Police station construction speed up. And then farming and agriculture we already looked at. Well, I'm liking the Minister for Commerce right now. I think that production, efficiency, retention, and growth are both very nice. The refitting cost is nice. I think that's what we're going to do next with political power. We're going to appoint Frederick here. I really hope the election isn't like all scripted and it's just like when the election happens it replaces your whole cabinet or something. It's like, oh, cabinet reshuffle by event. We've given you the historical cabinet. But it could happen. All right, there's the Spanish Civil War, which we have some decisions to get involved in, I think, probably. Yes. Volunteers to the Republicans. We can send 1,000 men. 2 army experience. Communism and social democracy get a little bit more popular. It costs 5 command power to send this. We probably get XP when they come back, once it ends. And obviously we would like the Spanish Republic to win. We can't send the volunteers directly, I have to imagine. Yes, indeed. Since we're not going down the political path that lets us do that earlier. But I will do that and send the volunteers, because I imagine we'll get some more army experience when they come home. Now the next thing to consider is, do we exercise our men? And, I mean, does it tell you... excuse me. I don't think it does. It doesn't tell you how much it's expected to cause in damage. Let's try and work it out a little bit. Chat saying they're overwhelmed by the advisor modifiers. I mean, there are a lot of them. You are not wrong. There are a lot of them. I personally, this is not a knock on anybody else. I like lots of big modifiers. You read them, you work it out. Just you know, give it time. The AI probably selects ministers fairly randomly, I suspect, or just selects one that fit their party leanings. Right. So I was going to try and work out a new decision. Economic support for the Republicans. I don't really want the. One or two things, but we can't have the communist support getting too strong or it's going to start causing issues. Oh, but we do get weekly war support. For 100 days, that's what? Like 13 weeks. So we get about 6 war support out of this. Yeah, okay, never mind. I am going to do this. Again, I'm not very keen. Ooh. I think I might do it again. I don't know though. It's risky. Like these are taking big hits to our party popularity. Thing is though, when we put the domestic minister in, he's going to give us some more Conservative Party support. Oh, sorry, not him. Commerce. He gives us party support, right? Yeah. The Turkish Straits question. It's better to let Turks have full sovereignty. Yes, sure. New operative time. Well, obviously we're just going for okay. Seducer. Harder to detect. Double agent though. Operation effectiveness as well. We'll get him. We'll probably get a seducer next, I'd have to imagine. Go and help this guy. I can't remember. Do you want to double up these guys building Intel networks? It's 50% worse. But if I build Intel network here, it's 0. Is our Intel network on the German Reich the sum of these two or just one of them? So if I wanted to infiltrate the Navy, it takes 50. But what is my infiltration level? Is it 52? Or is it 58? The way I could tell is by weighting of it, such that... hang on, I need to... But I would never be able to do this anyway. Or this. Difficult to tell. Well, let's infiltrate this civilian administration first. Or should I wait for my next operative before I do this? I think I should wait for my next operative so we can keep the spy network going. Because with a big spy network across their whole country, Goring's 4-year plan, we're going to be able to get some good intel on them, right? From Intel network, 7%. Yeah, it's pretty good. The games are concluded. Good for you, Germany. What is this thing? There's one thing here. Oh yes, encryption instruction. That's right. Does Black Ice reduce the capture chance of operatives? I don't know. I have no idea. Not enough manpower to fill our garrisons. Need more field uniforms. Look, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Operatives and garrisons, they're at the top. I guess operations should actually be lower. Well, no, I actually think reinforcements should be lower, honestly. Right, develop the Raj is done. We're trying to beeline this, remember. So I need Canada and New Zealand requires Australia. So we'll do Canada next. Ooh, the air training plan. What does this give us? Does it give us daily air experience? It does. It gives you daily air experience. Okay, so I'm actually going to do that right away because I need to start getting that air experience so we can get some stuff. Let's appoint our domestic minister. Good old Freddy boy here. It's going to give us factory repair speed, all that other good stuff. Production efficiency, retention. And now I think we should have stabilized. Why are they all giving 0.00? Anyway, we've successfully stabilized our Conservative Party support, which I don't love saying, but it's helpful. So we've done that. Oh yes, and is the whole... Have we had any ship damage yet from all these many exercises? Shouldn't clicking this button take me to this screen? Any of you guys damaged? I think not, right? Can I see the overall health of a fleet? Can I see like the total damage? And then to see if it's, you know, gone down at all. Oh. Okay, 1DD did take a hit there. Okay. Well, right now, these things should be on just repair whenever you want. Yeah, repair, home, and automatic split off. Repair priority high. Same for you. I'm fine with them splitting off. Good. Okay, and now suddenly I think we're going to see... Well, only one dockyard being used to repair right now. Okay, 4. All right. How do you alter the number of dockyards you have assigned to repair? Is this button? Yeah. Okay, so we have a bunch of things in repair, but they're only taking a couple of days to repair. So I think I'm going to keep that going because we need the naval experience. Wow, we're getting 1 daily now. That's risen quite a bit. August 1936, how time flies. I know. It's only been like 4.5 hours. Look, I know I have a problem. How is it only using 2 dockyards? That looked like more than 2. Now, how is this one dockyard repairing something in Freetown and Singapore? That doesn't quite mesh with my understanding of geography. Okay, mechanical computing's done. I think I will keep going down here. Well, even though it's ahead of time, it pays dividends, you know? It's always tempting to get the things that pay dividends. I'm actually going to save it up and go straight to mass media because we really need as much political power as we can get to try and get our government all set up. So I'm going to wait for this one to finish. I'm trying to remember what some of these alerts mean. What was that noise? That dee. Is that the missing field uniforms noise? Boom, boom, boom. All right. Another guy coming in 34 days. Excuse me. Could capture their cipher, but don't really need to because we're just going to decrypt them before the war starts anyway. Although I would like to decrypt them earlier, I guess. Maybe we should do a capture cipher thing. But yeah, we're going to set up all these infiltrations and then probably leave them because again, it's the passive intel that I really like. And there we go. That's going to start giving us some passive air experience. I don't think there's much point developing Ireland because they're not invited to the Imperial Conference, right? The only people invited are Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Africa, right? Or are there others, but they're just not listed? Because it does seem to say like other ones are involved. I really hope this whole, you know, Imperial Conference thing is actually coded into Black Ice and it's not just left there kind of loose. Missing equipment production. Armored cars and motorcycles. I don't know why there are motorcycles in my divisions because we have not invented motorcycles yet. Oh no, that just enables motorcycle infantry. Maybe we have invented motorcycles? Maybe it's up here? Where my motorcycles at? Am I crazy? Did I miss them earlier? No, there's no motorcycles in this list. We should probably get some armored cars going though. Machine guns. I'm not just missing it, am I? Oh, there it is. Motorcycle equipment. Don't call it motorcycle when it's called motorcycle equipment. Standardize your darn naming conventions. Anyway, yeah, thank you. I spotted it now. What are they needed for? Oh, we do need them for infantry, actually. Okay. Well, we really ought to have a factory on that then. I guess I'm going to have to limit our scimitar fighter production a little bit to get those going. Oops, failed. Completely failed to do that. Ah, that really screwed up that was inefficient on production quality there. And you also need armored cars. What do we need the armored cars for? Equipment required for air reinforcements. Yes. So because these guys are took some hits while they were exercising. But that's not a problem. Is there an easy way to like... this is probably coming in the next update, isn't it? But there should be an easy way for me to say, like, I don't care about the losses. Just, like, correct for the losses. As in, just shrink the air wings. As if the losses had not happened. Anyway. So, armored cars. What are they needed for? What division uses armored cars? We don't have any of these. Infantry divisions don't use armored cars, right? No. Does colonial garrisons? No. Local defense force. Nope. Colonial. Not seeing armored cars. Fortress garrisons. Nope. Can't be the army tank brigade because we don't have any of those. Motorized brigades probably. Transport trucks, machine guns. No armored cars. This one? No armored cars. The Royal Marines. No. Cavalry? Yes. Okay. The cavalry have armored cars in them. Okay. Do I want any cavalry brigades? Oh, they have light tanks in them too. How fast does this thing go? 5 kilometers? 5.4 kilometers now? It's not very good. I mean, the infantry go at 4. I think I'm going to disband our cavalry. I don't think I want these guys. I mean, what are their stats like? I mean, but they've got tanks in them. I'm not going to use... I'm not doing, like, little integrated tank forces. We're doing a couple of really powerful tank divisions that we deploy, and they make a huge difference when they happen. When they come along, I think. So, cavalry. Your time is coming to an end. I'm going to... What the heck is this UI? Why can't I see the... Shouldn't it show the lists under? Listen up. Not really what I meant. Let's switch them to a garrison. What's the kind of garrisons that are being used over here? Fortress garrison, fortress garrison, fortress garrison, regular garrison. Where are they? I thought I could double click and go to them. Right click, go to them. Okay. Yeah, just make them a normal... What do we name normal garrison? Regular garrison. I know that requires equipment we don't have, but that's okay. And the other two are in the main British Army. And they can go to, territorial divisions. I don't want to spend, equipment we don't have. This still does, but... Okay, so now nothing should require armored cars. Good. We will probably use armored cars at some point, but... Chat's asking, did XL crash? They can't see it. Look, I put it on another monitor, okay? Planes-wise, we're still in 36, so it's not time to research these yet. I could go ahead of time on the multi-roll, but I think I'd rather get a bit more stuff down here. Let's get the fighter baiting going. Intercept mission efficiency. Intercept is obviously the mission we're going to be doing most of to start with. I can focus on the people's problems again. War support once again ticking down a bit because of the darn free press. What happened to my preliminary military stuff? I guess that's run out. I could also really do with this. I don't want the extra communism support, but daily army experience gain is tempting. I mean, it's only for 100 days. It's only 10 army experience, but... yeah, I think I am going to do this. Get myself another 7 stability. But we're not going to do additional consumer good factories for a bit. Alright, new tech slot we're not using until this one's finished. Good lord, has it really not been 15 days since I checked that? What's the next minister we should appoint? Oh, we can have 2 domestic ministers. Excellent. In that case, I think I do want this guy. Well, we want him maybe when we're at war, but before then... I do like the resource gain efficiency. It does put more resources to market, which is not great. And yeah, we can't really appoint someone who's not a communist. Sorry, a conservative, rather. 1% consumer good factories. I think I'm going to put this guy in. Minister for Pensions. Oh, the Battle of Cable Street happened. Okay. They shall not pass. The Battle of Cable Street was a major factor leading to the passage of the public order which required police consent to political marches and forbade wearing political uniforms in public. Widely considered a significant factor. The BFUF's political decline prior to the Second World War. They shall not pass. There should be more history here. This is a really cool event. I know I'm usually not the one advocating for that, but... I can't remember who was it? Sorry, Graf, you still in chat? Who was it that stood up to Mosley in his black shirts in the Battle of Cable Street? It was like locals, wasn't it? I can't remember. Anyway, I think we're going to appoint this conservative Minister for Pensions and National Health. It's going to cost us 5% national factories per state, but it's going to give us weekly stability and political power gain, which seems prudent to me. Okay, good. There's fluorescent lighting, which is what I was waiting for. To put this one in... Oh. Wait, that wasn't what I was meant to be waiting for. What was I waiting for? Right. Consumer electronics, so I can get mass media ahead of time. To squeeze out all of the political power that we can. It was... Chat says it was Thomas fucking Shelby. And I'm pretty sure that's how they wrote it. Give me the lowdown on Tommy. I don't know who this is. Chance to get sick down, not relevant yet. Lack of resources, penalty -3%. I assume that's additive. Consumer goods factories down just from getting Freon refrigeration. Isn't Freon... Isn't this the bad one? I feel like we shouldn't do this. But yeah, 1.5. Consumer good factories. Screw the ozone layer. Which is the one that got the ozone layer? And yeah, production efficiency growth plus 15%. These are such powerful technologies. Let's do it. Oh, he's in Peaky Blinders. I need to watch Peaky Blinders. I know I'm very behind the times on that one. Anyway, I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, let's just save for some more ministers. Fill our cabinet. Not using any ships for repair. I know, I do have to watch it. I don't usually start new TV series unless I'm going to watch it with my wife. It's not her kind of thing. But anyway, focusing on the game here for a minute. We've got 36 naval experience, which is probably enough to make the wholly new version of the destroyer. So we made the improved Leander class. I would like something that's not really a variant, but actually just a... Sorry, I keep calling it Leander class. Leader class. We need to actually get a designated one, because we need the one with the better subdivision. I shouldn't really be building these ships. It's fine to upgrade to them, but we shouldn't be building stuff with this worse subdivision. So this is a new class of ship. This is a... I don't know. What should we call it? The Div class? Div class MK1. Because it's got better subdivisions in it. Gives us an extra 3% strength, 1% reliability for no extra cost. So it's kind of, you know, a no-brainer. Hull form is still improved hull form. 2,400 I think is still fine. We may need longer range destroyers, but I think only after the fall of France. So we have a little bit of time. And also, the longer range destroyers we set up for defending the Atlantic don't need anti-air. Like we can seriously cut back on anti-air to make savings there, to give them that longer range and bigger engine that they're going to need in order to cover the mid-Atlantic gap. Assuming we get a remotely historical German sub-campaign against us, which I have no idea if we will. Now, do I want to just throw on... Oh, hang on, what are these? Are these centerline torpedo launchers? Would I rather have deck side torpedo launchers? They give us worse reliability. More. Sorry, we're going with the 4 for the comparison. Deck side torpedo launchers are purely worse. Okay, fair enough. You can't joust with them, as every good World of Warship player knows. Jousting is very important. So yeah, we're happy with our centerline torpedo launchers. But do I want to put more torpedoes on it? Already got the improved AA and the best fire control. Right, better damage control. Do I want to go with heavy AA instead as well? I think we established it was not cost effective to go with the heavy AA. It kind of looks like it is though. What's the comparison here? We're running 0.5 AA for 9 industrial capacity costs. And if we replace that with oh sorry, this one has to be that. But if we replace this one with heavy, we're getting 0.7 for 17. Right, yeah, so it's not cost effective because you're spending... Wait, is that cost effective? I should really be able to work this out in my head, but 0.7 divided by 14. That's 0.05. 0.5 divided by 9. 0.0555. Yeah, so it's a tiny bit more cost effective to use the non-heavy AA, but obviously you actually get more AA out of it. Also, is this one lowering speed? It is. Interesting. Okay, let's actually go with the heavy AA guns then. Get a tiny bit more, squeeze a little bit more speed out of it. Can't put heavy guns on the front here. This is the front one, right? Didn't it used to highlight which module you were looking at when you hovered over them? Maybe that's removed in Black Ice. There aren't many more changes. So now the next question obviously is, this is our like in the line destroyer. We should probably also, well, I don't know. This is our screening destroyer, basically. That's its job. So it's supposed to survive, hence the heavy stuff, but it doesn't need that many torpedoes because this is in the line destroyer. Okay, this is the Div Class 1 historical destroyer. Yeah, not historical destroyer, just reading the name. This is the in the line one. So should we, can I call it a screen? No. So we'll just call them DDs, that's fine. Okay. Oh, I changed the color, didn't mean to do that. Okay. And yes, we are obsoleting these. No production has actually gone into this yet. So that's fine. Build me one. You know, that one's already started, so that's fine. You can start it so you finish. Build me some of these. But I also have another type of destroyer that I want, which is the Scout Destroyer. Which is not, well... Maybe we should just make it the anti-sub. The anti-sub has no... no torpedoes. Yeah, maybe that was dumb. I probably shouldn't have a destroyer with no torpedoes on it, should I? Maybe I should add one here. Add some AA here. And swap one of these out for some torpedoes. What's the cost increase? It's not that bad, honestly. Just so they have some torpedo attack. But then, I mean, what are they going to use it on? Yeah, because if we find something, we're not trying to engage it with our scouting fleet. No. Stick to your guns. Let's go heavily dedicated. So we've got the Div Class Destroyer. But then we're also going to make a Scout Destroyer. And the objective of the Scout Destroyer is to be a lean, mean spotting machine. So, right, yeah. And the Div Class actually should have a dual-purpose battery with plenty of high-angle guns. Yeah. Yeah. How big do we want to be here? Probably as big as it gets, honestly. Just get me some... Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of AA. And we're not doing much with our light attack anyway. The cost increase is negligible. So, yeah. Give me that. This is still a div class. In fact, it's still... I mean, it's technically an MK2, I guess. Fine. So, immediately obsoleting the one I just put in there. All right. Production-wise, yeah, we'll keep going on those. We still have some naval experience. So maybe we're going for light cruisers and heavy cruisers. I'm not building any... I've basically decided I'm not going to build any larger ships than heavy cruisers for the foreseeable future. I don't think we need them to fight the Germans, and I don't think we can fight the Japanese. So what I need is a light scouting cruiser. I also need to decide which of these we should actually keep commissioned. So what are the differences? Right, the adventure class. You are a mine layer, which is why it's CM cruiser mine layer. Perfect. Do I want light cruiser mine layers? Why light cruiser mine lay when you can destroy a mine lay? That's the question I need to answer. These guys are laying 6.7 mines for 2,800. So if I were to make a dedicated mine laying destroyer, what could we do? You'd have to have some heavy AA to fight them off. We can get to like 3.6 for 1,900. Okay, so it's cost effective to use the adventure class cruiser mine layer, is what I'm learning here. It's got worse subdivisions than it could, so we will make a updated version. Are we currently building any of these? No. Cool. Don't know that it needs much in the way of guns. No, it actually installed module slot. It has no artillery on this ship. Why has it got a fire control system then? Oh, for the anti-air. Yeah, fine. Oh, no, sorry, it does have a main battery. It's got a relatively small main battery, just a 4-gun main battery with some 4.7-inch bore guns. Okay, yeah, let's just make an MK2 real quick. Throw on better damage control, better subdivision. Range is not that significant for mine laying. We might mine lay off Norway. But I doubt that's... I don't think we need to do that. But yeah, we may mine lay here. We'll see. We'll see. Could put some more AA on this thing. Like, this thing seems like it's just designed to get blown up by German bombers. Okay, so we can go early, improved, or into war armor layout, which is just a strict improvement. Oh, hang on. Is interwar better than improved? Yes. Interesting. Makes the industrial capacity cost 1% more. That's okay. I will put better armor on you. And then, right, so we have to pick, for these larger ships, I don't think we had to pick armor for the destroyers, but for these larger ships, we have to pick what thickness of armor, and then also what type, right? Okay, no, and then also how much, yeah, belt and deck armor. Belt being the sides, deck being the top, basically. Okay. Looks like this is actually putting kind of below deck armor. You see what I mean? Like looking at that cross section. If that's the deck. Well, it doesn't need much belt armor. Can I make them more custom? No, I can't. Because I want to give it like not much belt armor and then a lot of deck armor, because I think the only thing that's going to fight this is likely to be planes. But okay, what kind of cost differences are we looking at? So we currently got 38 mil deck, which is, sorry, 38 mil belt, and does it give specific air defense? Is that a thing? Or is it just more armor overall? What's the difference here? More reliability, more fuel usage, more surface visibility. Why has it got more surface visibility? Okay, so I don't think it's actually modeling the fact that deck armor is what would protect you against planes mostly. Obviously, if they're torpedo launchers, not so, but for dive bombers and stuff. Well, I think I'm not going to mess with that for now. We'll think about that once I try and... Yeah, we need to try and establish some more intel about Germany so we can know what kind of piercing attack we're looking at, and then we'll try and design armor to defeat that. But we need the intel, basically. Some sonar. No, I think we keep these guys really cheap. These guys are basically... They're designed to be very, very cheap. And if they get engaged, I've made a mistake and I deserve to lose them. Oh, hang on, but it's using the wrong... It's the wrong kind of cruiser. I've just realized. This is the wrong hull. This is a cruiser 2. I should be using a cruiser 3, right? An interwar rather than improved. How do I actually change that? I think it has to just be... You just choose a new one, right? Yeah. Okay, well, it's probably cheaper to use the old ones, which is probably why they're doing it. The actual difference is the old improveds have 1% worse reliability and use more fuel. That's it. Very slightly more fuel, but it's possible this is then a modifier on everything else. And they're the same cost on both sensors, so we should use the newer ones. Okay, so forget that ship. That ship is getting decommissioned. We need to modify from here. And we will throw on, yeah, mine laying rails, bigger sized mine laying rails, so we get rails, rather, so we get way more bang for a buck there. We don't need sub detection because I will send them out with a couple of anti-sub ships. Give me some, yes, just some light AA will do. Do I even want this much light? I think actually, yeah, just give me. They're cheap is the thing, so it feels wasteful not to use. High angle battery. Do I need a 4-gun high angle battery on this thing? Honestly, I'm not convinced I do. Just give me a small 6. Give me an give me a small 6-gun dual purpose battery. Just help me shoot down some planes. And then we will give you a good fire control system. Well, no, I won't. I'll give you an okay fire control system because I don't want to hurt the... Oh, it's actually only the worst one that hurts air attack. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a bad rangefinder just to try and cheapen it up. And then modular armor, yeah, we're gonna stick with the pretty slim, quick and dirty. Wow, the strength gain is actually massive between these two. I hadn't realized. That's actually, yeah, that's huge. Okay, I will give them, well, I'm conflicted. It's a significant cost increase. It's way better armor. No, we're going to cheap out. We're going to cheap out, and if we lose a bunch of them, it's my bad. And we're going to give them the interwar. We're going to give them that smallish steam turbine. Well, hang on. Let me put the other stuff on first. So range-wise, these don't have to be very long range. I think 2,300 is enough, honestly. It lowers strength to have a shorter cruising radius? Why? That doesn't make any sense. We'll put a medium short on there for now. Yeah, obviously, good subdivision. Good damage control. And then let's have a look here. So if we went with steam turbine improved, it doesn't have to be that fast. Honestly. Like, it barely has to move at all. And yeah, it doesn't need It's just sitting around mine laying, right? These do boost mine laying, the higher ones, but I think we want it to be cheap. Also, am I losing it? These are not, these don't seem to be like, that's 50,000, right? Yeah, okay. But then 30, why is 35,000 right next to 50,000? These numbers don't seem to be in logical order. Let's put a really small engine in it. I want a cheap, lean, mean mine-laying machine. So if we put a 12,000 ship horsepower in it, like that, I mean, that's small. Don't get me wrong. What if we replace that with 15,000 diesel? We're using less fuel for more strength, more speed, more range, but it costs a bit more. And more mine laying actually as well. But the thing is, the mine laying is not going up proportional to the cost. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put a crappy little 12,000 ship horsepower in here. Do mines still cause performance issues? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Oh crap, I can't afford this. Okay, we'll just take these off, and then I can save it and come back to it. Lacks one or more required modules. High level battery is required. Ah, but you can just set it as none. No secondary battery. You're telling me it costs 3 to say don't give it a secondary battery? Come now. Come now. That's absurd. We're gonna have to unpause on this screen again? Yeah, we'll just wait. Wait a day. This number does not seem to be going up by 1 a day. Oh, there we go. It's erratic. Okay. We'll save this for now. This is a mine layer. Cruiser mine layer. Which is CL, right? No, that's light cruiser. CM. Cruiser mine layer. Okay, this is a layer. MK1. Save it. And we'll throw the stuff on it afterwards. And then we've got these 3 cruisers, but we'll come back to those once we have a bit more naval experience. So we can actually use something. Oh yeah, I don't want to build any of those yet, obviously. Submarine Hull 3 has been invented. Excellent. Well, we now urgently need to do stuff with them. But I don't have the stuff. Let's build... did I finish building any subs, cruisers? No, I didn't, did I? Some more... You give me some more div class destroyers. Because we can use them, we can use the div class ones as scouts at a pinch. Basically. I want to get some designated scouts, DDs. But they're not urgent. Right, so what are we going to invent? More ship stuff. Better catapult aircraft could be good. Because we are going to put those on things soon. And I'd rather not refit them. Super heavy armor production is definitely not what we want. Better DD guns are pretty important. I should probably do that. Do we want bigger or smaller guns? Should I just pick one? Or should I invent both? I should probably invent both. These are specifically for DDs though. We already have the stuff. I think I'm going to use a lot of dual-purpose artillery as well because I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the German Luftwaffe. Let's go smaller on destroyer guns. And invent these. And I've invented these new submarine interwar submarines, which we will kit out as well. Okay, new operative can be recruited. We're finally going to get that seducer, I think. Ooh, no, we actually lost the ability to get them. Okay, I'll get an infiltrator. Okay, so now we can finally launch something against the Germans. Let's infiltrate their navy. I want to know about their ships. And we're going to send both our double agents. Outlook is good. 10% risk. bonus outcome, 25% from operation. Lots of very sadly meaningless content in here. It would be so cool if you... When I first saw this, I was so certain you're going to be able to change it out and it would have different risks and benefits and all that kind of stuff. It's all just flavor text, sadly. Commencement ready. We get Naval Infiltration on the German Reich. Prepare. And we will send this lass over to maintain the network there as well. So we're up to, yeah, getting a fair amount from our intel network now. Up to 30%. Nice. Which means I can see their approximate fleet count and stuff. So they've got 30 coastal submarines. You know, on the worst end, we've got 30 coastal submarines, 9 submarines, 3 pre-dreadnoughts, some pocket battleships, some escorts, and some light cruisers. And lots of torpedo boats. No destroyers, interestingly. Ooh, the Gyro Crusade. An organised protest against unemployment and poverty suffered by the British teesside town of Gyro during the 30s. Crusaders marched from Gyro to London. Oh yes, I remember this. I mean, I not like I was there, but I do vaguely remember it. You get 1% factory output, but minus 0.2 recruitable population, or appease them. 2% factory output for 700 days. Well, our recruitable pop right now is 2%. So this is, you know, a 20% reduction in recruitable pop. But I'm kind of tempted by... I mean, it's a 3% factory output swing. No, I think we will appease them. We will appease them because recruitable population is often a problem, as the Brits. Industrial support. It does give us more communist support. Which is a problem. Don't get me wrong. Who's growing that's causing the changes in other parties? Oh, it's bloody Edward. Get this guy out of office. But yes, I am going to do this. I think I need the 10 army experience. Well, it's only 10. No, I can't do that. I'd rather do a military parade. Or, yeah, some army war games. Okay, there's the new artillery we've been waiting for. New heavies. Which means I have to update my spreadsheet. Yay! We've got heavy artillery. No longer does it cost 25. Now it costs 26.5. Which makes all the difference and changes all kinds of things. And we should also actually switch over our production of it. The 8-inch howitzer, no more. The 8-inch howitzer Mark 8. Heavy caliber weapons such as cannons and howitzers. Boom. We're well short of how many factories we're meant to have assigned on that. Next, what can this one be used on? Tanks and artillery. Okay, it's not 37 yet. I'd rather not go ahead of time on that if I don't have to. I think, aren't these cheaper? No, they're a bit more expensive, but they're faster and use less fuel. Yeah, less fuel usage is going to be important. Armored cars wise, the Morris is more expensive. Is it harder? Defense is higher. Yeah, it's harder. Costs the same on resources. Yeah, I think we invent the scout car first because I think I'm using more of them. What are you pestering me about having invented? Right, okay, the cruiser submarine as well. Still? Do I have to actually go in here before it will shut up about it? What? Now what's it showing me? Ah, right, it's small submarine. Right, you have to close it and not hit escape. Otherwise it doesn't register you've seen it. I remember. Leader Mark II is still in production even though it's outdated. Yes, that's okay. Development in Canada. So I'm pretty sure the fact that that speech has happened, like there's something I can do. Yes, the Public Order Act. Okay, which gives base ability +2, drift defense up, and I get an event. Okay, and then... Yeah, I want to be able to do this when I can. So I think I will do this real quick. Although... Ideology drift defense. That's only against... Ideology drift defense. I forget how that applies. Is it against all drift? Because I'm hoping to get the drift, you know, ticking in my favor, in which case we don't really need that. But the event could be useful. Yeah, you know what? I bet the event cracks down on the BFU. So let's do that, because that would be helpful if we could weaken their hold a little bit. But yeah. Okay. What else could I be focusing on right now? Right, I was going to try and work out if it would make sense to exercise my army. Because right now we're using nothing. But let's say I exercise these guys. We're going to get really just a very small amount of experience. That's the problem. And then obviously we'll start seeing that we are running out of stuff. Ooh, fuel is actually going down. The army exercising is using it up a bit. Ooh, modify the officer corps. Ooh, they've moved this stuff here. Okay. We can assign 2 more theorists of armies, 2 more air, and 2 more naval. Okay, because I can choose. You have to be selective. And then we can have military high command, which again have to be selective. Does anyone here? Does anyone give me army XP? No. Okay. Well, obviously we don't need these guys in place until we're actually launching the war. Not that we're going to be the ones launching it. Here we go. 0.1 daily. We need that. Ah, they all give it. Okay. I did want to get my health and pensions guy in. I think I'm going to do health and pensions first. But then, next up, it's all about getting some theorists in. I think... Well, let's consider which theorists once we get there. But I think we probably go with 2 army, 1 air for now. But then when the war actually kicks off, we probably fire one of the army guys and replace them with a naval guy. I think that's probably good. Jad's asking about the industrial tree. I like it. I think it's good. I think the added complexity, because the thing about the HOI vanilla tree is that you don't really have to make any decisions. You just research everything. And you can just get all of it. Whereas the fact that this tree is bigger, it forces you to make decisions. To actually make meaningful choices. Do I focus on this or this? It's something that Victoria 2 did really well in its tech tree. And I appreciate that. I like that a lot. And the fact that tech slots are limited on what they can research a lot of the time means that you kind of feel that choice. And it's easier to make because you can have them dedicated to certain areas. Public order attacks done, and yes, indeed. -2 on fascism and communism. No wearing political stuff. The Anti-Comintern Pact. Shall I join or refuse? I mean, historically, I joined. When I say I. Keep using... Oh, does that cost me political power? Damn. I didn't mean to do that. Electronics. It said only 10 days. But no, we need to research. We need to keep rushing the Commonwealth Knowledge perk. Perk? Focus. So let's do that. Okay. Anything else I should worry about? Yeah, low manpower, I know. Alright, yeah, stop these guys training. Because we're not getting a meaningful amount of stuff from it. How much did it cost us? I mean, yeah, it was costing us whatever, about practically half our production of certain items. So, definitely not something I want to be doing right now. Should we build some military factories? There's the interwar. Batteries. Still November. I think I want... No, we're going to go with small ones. We're going to go small destroyer batteries because they're just about throwing out torpedoes, spotting submarines, that kind of thing. The cruisers are the ones that need the bigger guns. They'll be rocking some like 3-meter batteries, I guess. Other things I need to invent. Right, the catapult. Yeah, let's get the catapult so that when we design our spotting cruiser, we can have it start off with those. Well, building these civvy factories at a pretty good rate now. It's always about, you know, knowing when to shift, obviously, to building the non-civilian factories in the militaries, but we'll see. In the industry tree, what there usually is are there's some things that have costs which are made up elsewhere, but there's things like, yeah, military production costs stability as you go down in some of those ones. But generally you can research everything, and it tends to be good. Many of them, like for example, construction 2, it looks like it lowers the speed at which military factories are built. It doesn't. So it lowers military faction speed by 2%, but it raises all by 3. The point is that it's trying to boost just other stuff more than it boosts military stuff, basically. The only main decision in this tree is A, what to research, B, whether to research some of the ones over here, because some of them, like one of them over here, I think, or maybe they changed it. But some of these used to cost civilian factories, that you had to dedicate civilian factories to it. But I can't remember which ones now, actually. So maybe they changed that, but wasn't it this one? Am I going crazy? Maybe they're changed. But yeah, so some of them increase the amount of fuel consumption and things like that. This one raises your crucial population a bit. But yeah, the only main decision is between concentrated or dispersed. So, war in China, huh? Chinese Soviet Republic is at war with Sanma, which is a bit I can pronounce. How do you pronounce this? Isn't this pronounced just as X? So Exibe Sanma? I don't know, because this is Shanxi, not Shanxexi, Shanxi. But anyway, well, the Mongolian People's Republic have a border conflict with the Japanese puppets. Interesting. Thanks, you're welcome. Could be wrong, of course. do read it yourself. Okay, so we've got all our operatives coming out. I would like, yeah, I want to focus on naval. Give me a better naval department. I want to know about the German Navy. I want to be intimately familiar with their ship designs so I can counter them. X is either sh or s. Okay, so she and s. So in this case it's Sai Bei Sanmei? Maybe? That sounded kind of right, but I mean that doesn't tell you much, does it? Something I'm contemplating not doing in this campaign is taking control of my puppets' troops. It'll be added challenge, and also it's often boring to have to set all of the all the garrison spots for them. So I'm contemplating not doing that. I need so much political power. I have so much I want to do. Go to speed 5. It does actually run a bit faster. Oh, the game has sped up a lot since I last played. Interesting. New operative time. Wow, look at this lady. She is multi-talented. She's an infiltrator and a seducer. Yeah, that is an easy get. Although, no, she's the same, right? Yeah, but she's also a tough lass. I forgot they had skills levels. All right, Elizabeth Battenberg, get in here. You are awesome. Let's send you. Do any of these require 1 operative? No, so we really need 5 operatives to be able to run 2 simultaneous missions against Germany. You can... I mean, do I want to do any of these? Not really. What does propaganda do again? Base stability drift down. Base war support down. No, just build intel networks. Just give me... I need to know about Germany. I wanna know what they're up to. How are we doing on civilian intel? These numbers are refining. Ooh, and if I had classified intelligence, I think I'd be able to click this and see their upgrades there, which would be cool. Outdated equipment still obviously under. Aha, he abdicates. Good. Which means we lose the weekly stability and the opposition stuff, and we get remove him, and we get base stability plus 10 and some monarchist support. Cool. So base stability is now locked and loaded at very much positive. There's developing in Australia, carry on straight down to New Zealand. The thing I really like about going for the Imperial Federation as a goal is that otherwise, if you play as the United Kingdom, you're so reactive. You really just feel like, okay, I'm just going to try and stop Germany doing things, which is less fun than having like a goal. And then Germany is, they're getting in the way of that goal, which makes them a more kind of organically interesting adversary to me. Let's get sick. We should get that because I need to be able to invent these. The monthly population ones are... Oh, we should also do this now that we have the extra stability as well, actually. There's so much we should do. Let's get this first. Well, yeah. Especially because of the dockyard output. Okay. And then this guy can go on to... But, yeah. What mod is this? This is the Black Ice mod. Hey, 5% research bonus for medical. Nice. It's the Black Ice mod. It's... pretty complicated. Give me... Yeah, the base stability is going to offset this really nicely for us. I think we need this, though, for the construction speed. Yeah, looking forward to getting this slot back onto it soon. And yeah, we really need that new slot. What kind of slot do we get for this? It's an all-purpose slot. Ooh, powerful. And then, once we've done that... Trotsky expelled. No one wants him. I don't want to go straight for the Imperial Conference because we need a lot more political power before we can really pull that off, I think. The Danish and German colours are pretty similar in this mod. You're not wrong. And the Netherlands and the UK are the wrong way around. In my humble opinion. Alright, making progress on this. No foreign assets. Can't become Spy Master because I have to have 10 upgrades. How many do I have right now? 1, 2, getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pourquoi? I have 10 branch upgrades. Test cricket on TV. Core blimey. Oh, crap! Our agent was captured. That's not good. Well, let's immediately send in Battenberg. Break her out. It's routine. Commence when ready. Needs 200 infantry equipment. I have got operations set as max priority, don't I? Yes, good. I want operations to be able to go off immediately. There's mass media. Good. We need more war support. God, there's no way we're currently gaining it. Yeah, definitely electronic computing time. No two ways about it. Can we appoint a propaganda minister? Socialist reformer or peace and stability? It lowers our war support. God darn it. Political advisor. Yeah, so we can get us flat 10%. Right. That's right. We're going to put this guy in. We're going to do that next. Yeah, it's ruling party support as well. Cool. Go for that. And then economic minister. We should probably do that soon. Commonwealth knowledge done. Catapult aircraft is done. Better. What else do I want? Critical hit tech. Mine tech. Magnetic mines, just make all mines better. There's a lot of choices. There's a lot of choices. The carrier search aircraft is not going to be relevant. Doctrine time, maybe? Get some better sub detection and stuff going on. Convoy sailing, it's a long tech. I mean, obviously... Oh, there's 15% export efficiency? Yeah, okay, fine. Fine. We'll commit to spending a really long time inventing convoy sailing. That seems valuable right now. Got a lot of naval experience, which to me means it's time to design another ship. So we need a light cruiser, and the idea of this light cruiser is to accompany anti-sub warfare destroyers and give them a little bit of firepower cover if needed, and apart from that, just help with the spotting by having some catapult planes aboard. Seems good. So do I want to base that off the Aurora class or the Southampton class? The difference being, I'm imagining, yeah, the Aurora class have high angle battery, quite a lot of high angle dual purpose, but less guns. And the Southamptons are very long range. They're also slightly slower. They have better AA. And better divisions as well. I'm actually going to obsolete the Aurora. Anything with the old subdivisions gets obsoleted. And yeah, before I design the... What am I trying to say here? The spotting cruiser, let's actually design the ship of the line light cruiser. This is our... Most of our screening I intend to do with destroyers, but this is our, our other screening thing, basically. So on this, we throw a lot of torpedo launchers. They're expensive, but they got to be done. Big torpedo attack from a lot of torpedo launchers. Give me 20 torpedo launchers. That's absurd. It's beautiful. It's also going to need... It doesn't need any depth charges. Honestly, it doesn't. It needs good anti-air. It doesn't really need sonar either, because that job should be being done by the destroyers also in the fleet. It just needs to not die to enemy ships. We can't put radar on because we haven't invented it yet. It's got plenty of main batteries. Like this is where a lot of the firepower in the navy in the fleet is designed to come from. They've right now got a 100mm armor belt. I'm gonna trust it on that. And we've got the interwar on there already. Got the good subdivisions. Okay, so range wise. I don't know. Because these are mostly... These are for the main battle fleet, right? We're not going to do very long-range main battle fleet fights. Like, the biggest ones, I guess, would be Indian Ocean. But mostly, we're going to be hopping, like, port to port to port to port and all that stuff. But... I don't know what speed makes sense for these. I guess basically we need to decide a speed, right, for our main battle fleet. Let's target 31 knots. And then if we find out the enemy ships are way faster than that, that's a problem, or we'll have to change our plans. But right now I'm going to target 31 knots or better, obviously, as our actual cruiser, main of the line design ships. Oh, it needs a name. And this is our meaty torp run guy. We'll call him the let's call it the 20 class. Sure, we put 20 torpedo launchers on it. Why not? This is the 20 class. MK1. And I should check here. So it's got, yeah, improved AA fire control already. Good. 31 seems fast. It is fast. I know it's fast. But I want our main battle fleets need to be able to react fast, because our scouting fleets I'm designing to be squishy, specialized and squishy. So they have to be able to get there in time to be able to defend our spotting fleets, basically. So yeah, give me some of these. And I actually have enough naval experience to design another one as well. And I made them pretty expensive, 5,000, which is as expensive as our heavy cruisers. So what's the difference between the Norfolk and the Exeter? The Norfolk has 2 more torpedo launchers, more anti-air, and 2 more main turrets. Wait, the Norfolk does? Yeah, okay, the Norfolk is the newer version. Okay, well, we're going to obsolete the Exeter, and we're going to redesign this. And then this is our main, this is going to be basically our only capital ship that I'm actually going to build, is the plan. And we'll keep it called the Norfolk class, but we'll add the MK1. And it wants the better fire control. It's going to need AA fire control. That's thinner armor than I would like. Oh, hang on. We made light cruisers with 100mm armor belts. That's a bit thick, isn't it? I think we should weaken the light cruiser armor a bit, but beef up these guys. You can go up to 100mm. And I think I am going to give you the deck armor. And then we'll see if we can get you back up to the pace. Because I don't want these guys to die, basically. These are our battleships. Like, we're fighting pocket battleships with pocket battleships. And they need the better heavy AA. And they need good AA. They don't need sonar. Do they need these? Like, this is only for detection, right? Yeah, you actually don't need that at all. Should I put some torpedoes on these guys? Or should I just focus it all on... I think I'm going to focus it all. So just give them blazing AA. They don't need torpedoes. That's not their function. If I wanted more torpedo attack, I'd be building more light cruisers and destroyers. The heavy cruiser's job is to have some big guns. And we're going to beef up the guns. So right now, we're going to build... I think we're going to build this to the production cost limit. Give me those big guns. And the better subdivision and the better damage control. Module cannot have more than 2 heavy AA. You party pooper. Fine. Normal AA. I'm assuming that the anti-air value on the ship reduces the odds of it taking damage from planes, not merely does more damage to planes attempting to damage it. But I guess I don't actually know that. Okay, so then on... And yeah, again, on the high angle battery, we're putting a lot on. Look at that. Light piercing up. The cost is way up. It's a bit slower. And then again, on the range, I don't know. We should make it kind of match, though. So the 20 class has a range of 4,140. We shouldn't make this longer than that because I'm never going to want to send it out without at least those guys backing it up. And actually, I mean, what is my div class range? 2,300. Okay, so I might actually need a longer range destroyer. Because I can't just send out... I mean, I can, but I shouldn't probably just send out... Yeah, we need to up the range on that, I think. Let's target 4th. I mean, being arbitrary with these numbers, but at some point I just have to make decisions. Let's, believe it or not, let's target 4,000 range. And I'm going to have to upgrade the div class destroyers to reflect that. We need some destroyers, obviously, fighting the North Sea, but if we're trying to, like, potentially protect convoys to the Soviets, you know. Yeah, but this guy is getting... He's getting the big guns. And not dual purpose on the main ship battery. Can we afford this? Holy cow. That's cheaper? What? What have you got right now? This is a main battery... 8-inch guns. I was going with 15. Oh, sorry, but these are 6-inch. Okay, I guess you can't put 15 8-inch guns. Yeah, okay. So if we went with 12 8-inch guns. Really, going from 8 to 12 is not actually much of an increase. What are these icons? Heavy gun attack, light gun attack. Okay. On the 12-inch, we still get that, yeah. The increase here is... Okay, it's mostly just heavy attack increase. Remind me how heavy works? It's like... It's about how well they can shoot and where they shoot. Like, heavy attack targets the back row, I think, as well as the... Well, can target any row. Whereas torpedo and light has to attack the front. I think that's how it works. But yeah, we're not messing around with these guys. Give me 12 8-inch interwar guns. Well, hang on. Is advanced better or worse than interwar? I forget. It's better in this case. So do I want this interwar one? Is there an advanced one here? No. Okay, what I'm learning is I think I need to invent 8-inch advanced guns. But for now, that's what we're going to put on it. Is that plausible? 8-inch. That's these ones. Is it? I don't like that it's calling it, you know, the 250 to 290, and then they're talking about 8 inches in other places, but main battery for capital ships. But these are not the ones we're looking at, because these are 11-inch guns. So we're looking at these ones. It's weird that I've already got advanced for smaller ones, but I guess they're... Oh, I just happen to have this already ahead of time? Like, well, this is 1940 tech. Okay. We just have it ahead of time because I guess the British, you know, we're ahead of the game on that, basically. Okay. In that case... Give me the thing back. I'm still going to go... I should check, though. Do we get the right ones here? Yeah. It's war. I'm still going to go like this. And the range is just a tiny bit higher than I'm planning on making it. So let's cut that, which makes us some savings and speeds the ship up a bit. But now we need to be a bit faster. Now the thing is, so steam diesel doesn't go big enough, basically. Oh, no, it does. So I can lower the fuel quite a bit, but it does lower the speed, actually. And it's way too expensive. Okay. So I think we have to stick with the steam turbine improved. What are we rocking right now? Yeah, it is steam turbine improved. 80 horsepower we were looking at before. So if we take that to 90, we can make the 30 knot speed. You actually gain a bit of attack as well. Obviously uses way more fuel, but these guys, you know, they only leave port when stuff's going down. So not too worried about the fuel usage. And that takes us pretty neatly up to the London Naval Signatory. All right, this is the Norfolk class. And in fact, actually, no, you know what I'm going to call it? I'm going to call this the Belfast class. In honor of the only cruiser I've ever been on. I know this is not what the Belfast class is, you know, how it's built, but it's got 18 guns. 18 guns and 6 anti-air things. Jesus Christ. This is a bit of a... That is a beastie right there. Put one of those into production at a top priority. And stop making me div classes. I designed them badly. And actually, yeah, let's put a little bit less focus on anti-sub warfare for a minute until some of these guys are finished. Well, no. Because our starting fleet should be able to handle the Germans. The problem is more the Italians, really, but I don't know what we're going to do about the Mediterranean. We have 13 experience, which should be enough, maybe, to say I need a longer range div class. So the only way we're going to be able to do that is basically swapping to a diesel engine, I think. And remember, these guys only really need to be able to go 30 knots. So if I swapped out to a 30,000 ship horsepower diesel engine, and then I went to long range, very long range, we can keep the speed, we can get the range we need, and we're losing a little light attack, a little torpedo, a little depth charge, but we're actually gaining some sub detection. We're losing fuel usage, which is nice because these are some of the ones that are going to be at sea more of the time. And yeah, we are losing quite a bit of max speed, but they're still going way faster than any submarine has a hope to go at. And we get to that max range that we need. Now, this is obviously a ridiculous refit cost. We're definitely not going to be able to refit to this. So this is actually a new class of ship, really. This is the long range, long range screen. We should establish a doctrine for this right now. Long range things get black background, white text. Shorter range things get white background, black text. Good. That will help me remember. Right, okay. And it's called the long-range stuff. You know what? Here's a cool name that I could give it, actually. 'Cause it's a longer range thing, right? This might go up here. I'm going to name this after my great uncle. This is the Gordon class MK1 long-range destroyer. My great uncle sailed destroyers in this area during this war, so that seems only appropriate. There we go, the Gordon class. Crap. I didn't mean to obsolete the old one. There we go. We probably won't build many more of the old ones. I've set it just to one. Yeah. But there we go. The Gordon class. Cool. I like that. Right, so these guys are long range, right? Or what we're calling long range, which is 4,000. So they should be black on the text, or rather on the background. And the layer is pretty short range, isn't it? Yeah. We'll call 4,000 like the boundary between the two. Cool. Yeah, get me some Gordon classes into production. Cool. Right. Okay. Cool. So we've got some. So now to talk about what we've actually got very briefly, we now have. We should design a submarine next, by the way, for sure. I should have done that time, probably, actually. We've got the Gordon class for our long-range destroyer protection. We've got the Div class for shorter-range destroyer protection. We've got the anti-sub warfare one. And these are basically exactly the same, obviously, except for the... oh, you know what I should have done as well? We should upgrade their guns, right? Because I think we have new versions of these now. 4.7-inch interwar. What are we looking at here? 5 high angle. So we go 5. What's the upgrade here? I thought I upgraded my guns. Anyway, we'll worry about that next time. We've got destroyers. We've got the 20 class for which is just going to slam them with the torpedoes. We've got the mine layer, and we've got the Belfast. Excellent. Okay, and we have our captured operative that we need to rescue. Which is planning of which is underway. Okay, and we're going to infiltrate the German Navy so I can know exactly how we need to design our ships to fight against them. Okay, but with that said, I'm going to end this part here. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. It's been a great pleasure to have you with me. I will see you in the next episode, where we will continue designing ships, maybe design our first plane, and establish our officer command corps. That's the main things I think will happen. Also, new tech slot. Awesome. See you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.